Don't turn your heads as they see me go by. And your grandmother is winking his eye. Oh, what I've got a beautiful things going my way. All the sounds of the earth are like music. All the sounds of the earth are like music. Breeze is so breezy, down this a tree, and the elves, we can hear the things laughing at me. Oh, what a beautiful day. I've got a beautiful day. Everything's going my way. Good morning. Welcome to UUCCN, the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Central Nassau. It is good to see you all here today. My name is Sunny Brown. I'm on the Board of Trustees. Today's service is led by our own minister. I can't move away from this at all. By our own minister, Reverend Petra Toms. And she is joined today by Marcy Castro, who is filling in while our music director is out today. And we also have our religious education teacher, Vita Landro. If you're new here, please know that this is a welcoming congregation, a special community that supports one another on our spiritual journey. We are people worshiping together from many paths who are brave, curious, and compassionate thinkers and doers. We are here to help one another do the difficult work of seeking meaning, acting for justice, living with integrity, and walking with one another in peace and love. We hope that this hour set apart from daily concerns will renew our spirits, strengthen our love for one another, and embolden us to bring reconciliation wherever we find division. It is good to be together.
Good morning. I am inspired by the beauty of today, by the warmth of today, because we have felt such bitter cold, and by the little miracles that take place overnight and all of a sudden. And there's an inside joke, but we'll share later. There's so much to be grateful for that we are here in the space, in community together. We are enriched by the presence of each other. We are enriched by the hearts that we feel for each other, by the love that we have for each other. And even though there may be those things that are encroaching on us that bring us to places of fear, we lean into joy. We lean into love, because love can conquer our fears. And so now we will have our chalice lighting read by Dr. Janice Marie Johnson.
We light this chalice in the spirit of love, a love that burns bright within our hearts and allows us to see what is good and beautiful in this world. Love lights up our lives. Love drives us forward, and love is shown in public through acts of justice. Love conquers fear.
And now we have our land acknowledgement read by Benjamin.
We are here on the ancestral lands of the Merrick. We were put upon Turtle Island to be caretakers, to gather in a good way, to be with Earth's children in all of their forms, those of the land, the water, and air. Let this land acknowledgement be the beginning of our return to unity. Let us be guardians of the waters, air, and earth, the four-legged, the flyers, the swimmers, the crawlers, the mammal people, and the green. Let us be the guardians of harmony and kindness.
Thank you. Thank you, Benjamin. And now, please join us in singing our opening song, number 1, May Nothing Evil Cross This Door.
May nothing evil cross this door. Such a never thought above is windows the rain go by. The faith that's strong, the laughter's real.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, Pooh. Hello, Piglet, said everyone in a glum-sounding voice. We just thought we'd check on you, said Piglet.
Because we hadn't heard from you.
you.
So we wanted to know if you were doing okay. Yeah. Sorry, that's very touching to me. We just thought we'd check on you, said Piglet, because we hadn't heard from you, and so we wanted to know if you were okay. Eeyore was silent for a moment. Am I okay? He asked, eventually. Well, I don't know. To be honest, are any of us really okay? That's what I ask myself. All I can tell you, Pooh and Piglet, is that right now I feel really rather sad and alone and not much fun to be around at all, which is why I haven't bothered you, because you wouldn't want to waste your time with someone who is sad and alone and not much fun to be around at all, would you now? Pooh looked and Piglet looked at Pooh, and they both sat down, one on either side of Eeyore, in his stick house. Eeyore looked at them in surprise. What are you doing? We're sitting here with you, said Pooh, because we are your friends, and true friends don't care if someone is feeling sad or alone or not much fun to be around at all. True friends are there for you anyway, and so here we are. Oh, said Eeyore. Oh, and the three of them sat there in silence. And while Pooh and Piglet said nothing at all, somehow, almost imperceptibly, Eeyore started to feel a very tiny little bit better because Pooh and Piglet were there. We are here to listen, to support you, and for you to know that you are heard. I can't make those anxious feelings go away, not really, but I can promise you that all the time I have breath left in my body, you won't ever need to feel those anxious feelings alone. And it was a strange thing because even as Piglet said that, Pooh could feel some of those anxious feelings start to loosen their grip on him, and could feel one or two of them start to slither away into the forest, cowed behind his friend, who sat there stolidly next to him. Pooh thought he had never been more grateful to have Piglet in his life, and Eeyore was grateful as well. Thank you. Working very hard today. And now Jim has three. J stands for yes, it does. He, yes. Yes, it does. The thing that the P stands for? Yes. Yes. Yes, it does. Yay!
My dad conquers all fears. Yes, it does. Love.
Yay!
That was a moment of joy from Marty. Oh, yeah. And so, now we are going to share our joys and concerns as a community. I first want to offer concerns for Martha Banks, who would normally be here with us. She's with her family. Her father is out of the hospital, but he's
weaker than he had been and has some health concerns. And so we offer up prayers for Martha, her father, and her mom. In celebration, I first want to say, because something really big has to be announced by two board members, that our son Benjamin received an award on Thursday. It's a good thing and also an interesting kind of DEI kind of thing, but not really. He is the first African American to be in a managerial position in Yonkers DEP. So we're very proud of him, and it is 2025. He's the first. I'm just saying. At any rate, but we are proud of our son for sure. And so maybe we'll go on to what people have been seeing as they came in the doors today. Yeah, it's a joy. You want to use this? Yeah. Well, we really will be encouraging because we want people to be able to hear. We're working on the sound, and yeah, we need more.
I have two joys. Yesterday, celebrated my sister's 50th surprise wedding anniversary in Comac with the family and friends. We had a very nice time. She was very surprised.
She loved my gift. I gave her a gift card from Trader Joe's, her favorite store. So she's very happy about that. She called me this morning. So that was very joyful. The family was there. And another joy is that we have new floors that were installed yesterday. They worked through the night.
glitch when they first came, and they had to revamp how they were going to accomplish the floors. So they ended up being here till 1:30 in the morning. But it got done. Tell them it had to be done. They could not leave the premises. We locked them in because we had a memorial here today for 150 people, and the floors had to be done. So to get out, they had to call me, and then we came in and let them out. Just kidding. Really just kidding. So that was it for Joys and Sorrow.
Thank you so much. It was such a wonderful thing to see when I came in this morning, like doors and floors, and yes, we're so excited. Yes. So would someone else like to share joy or concern?
My joy is for Ms. Vita being a religious education teacher. She really means a lot to my son, and I'm really glad that she's part of our community. And as many of you know, I just got back from a trip to Joshua Tree National Park, and when I was there, we saw there's this place called the Oasis of Mara, where there's these big palm trees growing where they don't normally grow in the desert. And we went there, and we were there for a few minutes, and I took a couple of snapshots because there's some plaques showing what the place meant to the Native Americans. And then we came back on our way out of the park to use the restroom, and I realized they hadn't taken a picture of one of the photos because they wanted to send them to Vita because they thought she'd be interested. And because of that, I saw a bunch of hummingbirds pollinating the flowers. And it was just this beautiful moment of serendipity, and I felt like just like awe and wonder in nature. And it was because of this relationship I have with Ms. Vita and wanting to teach the kids about the relationship between indigenous cultures and nature, and it just all kind of came together, and it was just like this perfect moment. So I'm thankful to this community, and I'm thankful for nature, and it was pretty great.
Thank you for sharing. That's wonderful. Yes. Yes. Mickey?
I just want to share that my son started a new job this week. He's now the director of engineering for all the web stuff at the American Civil Liberties Union.
Wow! Congratulations.
I have one more joy.
Yes.
Happy that you are here.
Yes.
Yes. Thrilled to pieces that you are here. Thank you.
Don't make me cry. And for all those things that we may be carrying in our hearts, we know that they are heard. We know that Spirit hears them. And so that makes the burden a little lighter for those joys that we have here to share and for those concerns. Carry them in love. And now, we have come to the part of our service and I will read the bold print and you read the italics.
Blessed are those who yearn for deepening more than escape, who are not afraid to grow in spirit. Blessed are those who bring their children, who invite their friends to come along, to join in fellowship, service, learning, and growth. Blessed are those who know that the church is often imperfect, yet rather than harbor feelings of anger or disappointment, bring their concerns and needs to the attention of the church leaders. Blessed are those who speak their minds in meetings, who can take and give criticism to keep alive their sense of humor. Blessed are they indeed. Dr. Janice Marie Johnson, please come forward to sign our book. Okay.
We have no announcements.
So here are a few announcements. As was already mentioned, we have new floors in our hallways. Yesterday, the new floors were installed, and we are grateful to Anita Coddington and to Dave, who went above and beyond in getting this project done at a good price. I think now we know why the price was so good. And in a timely manner while not disrupting our tenants. So thank you, Anita. Your dedication to our congregation is extraordinary. We are also to report that the new floors were financed by an interest-free loan through NYSCU, a foundation that supports UU congregations and projects. Please join us following the service for Sweet Tooth. Sweet Tooth is what we call the conversation, fellowship, and sharing of food that follows Sunday service. If you would like to help with future Sweet Tooth, there's a sign-up sheet on the kitchen door, or you can speak to Anita. We need your help to plan our annual Mother's Day market. Please join us today for a Mother's Day market planning meeting following Sweet Tooth. The meeting is in room 1. The UUCCN Book Club is meeting February 27th at 8 p.m. on Zoom. The book is How the Word is Passed, A Reckoning with the History of Slavery Across America by Clint Smith. Then in March, the book is A Fire at the Center, Solidarity, Whiteness, and Becoming a Water Protector by Karen Van Fossen. Check the UUCCN email for Zoom information. Our minister, Reverend Petra, will have office hours on Tuesday, March 4th at 1 p.m., and all are welcome to join in the conversation. Applications are also now open for the Student Activity Fund, a program that allows young UUs to live their values through paid summer internships at nonprofit organizations. For more information, please take a brochure from the welcome table or speak to the SAF committee members, Chrissy Rolicky and Robin Rivera. Do you like live music? Do you want to support a great cause like Doctors Without Borders? Then be here on April 6th when our music director, Michael Sanzania, is joined by 3 other musicians for a special benefit concert supporting Doctors Without Borders. The 4 p.m. concert is followed by dinner, so it's a great concert, a great meal, and a great cause for just $30. We hope to fill Franz Hall. Please invite your family, your friends, your neighbors. Have you ever been to the UUCCN's annual stewardship dinner and service auction? It's a fun early evening event for our community to gather and share a meal and help one another and our congregation. This year, it's on Saturday, April 26th, so mark your calendar today. Don't miss it. There will be more information about the event in the coming weeks. Please join us on April 26th. One thing that makes UUCCN special is the volunteering of our members. Helping with Sunday service, religious education, office work, cleanup, sweet tooth, and other tasks are a way to give back to this community and build relationships and to find purpose. If you would like to help, please speak with me or another board member after the service. That's it for announcements, but we're going to go right into our offering and Thanksgiving. Thank you for your support of UUCCN. Your pledges, donations, and volunteering sustain our congregation as we are 100% dependent upon our members, friends, and guests. Please give today when the ushers pass the collection plate, or you can use a credit card on our website, uuccn.org. One of our traditions for our Sunday collection plate one of our traditions is to share our Sunday collection plate with another organization whose work aligns with our values and principles. For the month of February, we will be supporting the Heifer Project. The mission of the Heifer Project is to end hunger and poverty in a sustainable way by supporting and investing alongside local farmers and their communities. It begins with a seed investment of livestock or agriculture, followed by mentorship to help project participants build a business and to gain access to more markets and supplies. These families are able to earn a living income and lift up their communities as they train the next generation of leaders. Please help with this important work by giving today. If you're sending a check, please write Share the Plate February on the memo line. Thank you again for all you do to support the congregation. We are truly grateful and blessed by the generosity of our community.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Gonzalez, and I'm the chair of the Worship Arts Committee here at UUCCN. Words for today's peace candle lighting. Peace is not the absence of strife, but actively seeking resolutions and support to those in need. It is the willingness to put aside pride and prejudice and lean towards another with an open heart. Peace is actively seeking collaboration, community through compassion. To listen to others, putting ourselves aside, takes courage. Peace is an act of bravery in the face of division. It is love conquering fear.
And the reading for Native American elders for this date today, 23rd of February, Indian people have the ability to adapt. In these modern times, we Native people must walk two roads. We must educate so our people don't lose. We need lawyers, doctors, nurses, foresters, scientists, educators, carpenters, welders. These skills are needed to help people. While we are learning, we need to remember to keep our culture, learn our dances, sing our songs, learn to speak our own language, and maintain our culture for future generations. We need not fear these things from a particular group, but recognize the humanity in them. Recognize the humanity in ourselves. And that even when there are differences, what we have in common is powerful. Let us focus on how love can conquer our fears, bring us to right relationship. Now we have a special song, Sending You Light. Melissa, thank you.
If you can help me with the chorus, it's sending you light to heal you, to hold you. Can you do that? I'm sending you light to heal you, to hold you. And the next part is I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. Oh, you follow me. Thank you. Sending you light to heal you, to heal you, to hold you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love, to hold you in love. I'm sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light, hold you in love, hold you in love. No matter where you go, no matter where you've been, you never walk alone. I feel you deep within. So I'm sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you.
No matter what you feel, no matter what you show, I'll always be there for you. And I want you to know I'm sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I'll walk the path with you. Go slow, dear. Don't worry. Go just like you need. Sweet, no need to worry. I'm sending you light to heal you, to hold you. I'm sending you light to hold you in love. I'll make another song, don't we?
Today is February 23rd, the day etched in my memory. It was the day that my father died, and as I reflect on his life, I see him in today's context. He was an immigrant who arrived from Trinidad in 1929. Not a wonderful year to come here, a difficult year to be anywhere,
Especially in the United States. These years were trying. I remember him saying things were lean. The Great Depression made him frugal, but because of his determination to work hard, he persevered out of love, because love conquers fear. He served in France as an interpreter during World War II. My father spoke French. He told us that the European army treated the American blacks better than the American armed forces. Self-love, love of country, knowing one's purpose, and love would conquer fear and the dangers of war. After the war, he married my mother and made a life in Brooklyn, where we were raised. He sponsored other relatives to come, to settle, and grow their families. He worked for the New York City Transit Authority, but they would only allow blacks to work as sweepers at the time. So they organized their own union. Labor unions at that time maintained white-only policies. In 1942, the Transit Authority began a pilot program for Negro conductors. My father was one of 5 included in the program. Today, of course, the Transit Authority in New York City is made up mostly of people of color, black men and women. They are conductors, they are engineers, motormen, supervisors, and every other job. Their love for their community helped to turn the tide. Perseverance is love. You may not be able to get someone to love you, but they will after a while have to acknowledge your determination. My father was a quiet activist, someone who loved bringing people together. I thought of him this month when a friend from Mexico contacted me about her son who wanted to get married and asked if I knew of someone to perform the wedding ceremony. I told her I could do that. And given the sensitive nature of immigration today, they would want to do this soon. So last week, I performed their wedding in our home. I felt my father's presence in bringing this couple together for this life celebration. When people are ordered to be frightened, they can find hope in community because love conquers fear. And I am inspired by the example shown by Bishop Budd on January 21st at the National Cathedral, when she asked for mercy for those feeling fearful of mass deportation and other policies that have been promised. The immigrants, like my father, and those who are undocumented, are here seeking asylum and a better way of life to provide for their families. I love Bishop Budd's stance in asking for mercy for the LGBTQIA+ community in support of queer and non-binary relatives and friends. She stood up and took a risk in support of them because love conquers fear. I hear the fear of congregants and friends on the phone who are frightened and paralyzed by fear. Some want to flee the country, don't have the means to do so. Others seethe in quiet rage and anger. I worry for them. I recognize that what we have been experiencing is a tactic. It's a bully tactic. A bully will drill down on their victim until they are exhausted. But knowing that it is a tactic means that you can also have a tactic to combat it. How do we do that? First, let's check in on ourselves. Make sure that you're feeling okay. You know, like in the story that Miss Vita shared for Eeyore and Piglet and Pooh. While we're doing that, take a little inventory of your own skill set. You know you have skills. Well, what are they? Do you know what your strengths are? I was in conversation with my cousin over the dismantling of our government, and she was expressing so much anxiety. And she asked, well, what can I do? My cousin is a beautiful writer. She's also a really great money manager. Now, these skills could be helpful in communities and support those in need. There may be those who are against community coming together, but we take stock of what we must to support each other. we use our gifts and talents demonstrates our love for community and resisting injustice. That is how love conquers fear. When we focus on love and action, the fear dissipates. Now, maybe that sounds too simple. Some of us are really struggling with how do we talk to people who are diametrically opposed to our values, or so it seems. So let us examine the fear that we are feeling. Now, fear can be healthy and warn us of danger, and that's a good thing, so that we learn to take care of ourselves. But there are entities that create false fears through misinformation, making things dangerous and creating fear that is unwarranted. I have listened to a podcaster, and his name is Will Westmoreland. He's a farmer in southwest Missouri who explains how information has impacted the farming community, misinformation. People believed that the price of groceries would be lowered and that the border would be secured by removing only criminals. What they did not want was to have the subsidies that they are accustomed to receiving to be gutted, and the grants that had helped them to sustain their farms be cut. The USAID program, which is being dismantled, is hurting them as well. And with Will Westmoreland's approach to other farmers is not to say, oh, FAFO, fool around and find out. He's not saying that. He's not saying, oh, too bad for them. He realizes that they have been lied to about Project 2025. And many are regretting the dismantling of the government and the programs on which they have depended. He does not say too bad. He says, this is the truth of what is happening. And unfortunately, you have been lied to. Now, there is mercy and understanding for fellow farmers in that message. And they are coming around to say that they were deceived and they made a mistake. Because of his approach, they can be heard and they can appreciate the truth. They are seen and not judged. No one likes to be judged. Am I right? No one likes to be, really, nobody likes it. And his generous nature demonstrates that love can conquer fear. Now, the original tale of the fear that continues to permeate our country's politics has to do with passing the Civil Rights Act. Will Westmoreland shares that there has been a 40-year effort to impact Middle America and undermine the media. There used to be a fairness doctrine which held networks to the obligation to tell both sides of the story. We remember reporters like Walter Cronkite, Dan Rather, and they served as trusted voices in the media, giving us a balanced reporting. But Ronald Reagan pressed Congress to do away with the fairness doctrine, and that opened the door to talk radio programs and the commentators on Fox News to tell their viewers that the government and the media is lying and stoking fear and distrust in every system which provides services and aids to them when they need it. They have stoked fear of other people, the same racist rhetoric that this country has been built on. It has not helped us as a nation. It has only made us small, biased, and divided. This has been the backlash to President Johnson signing the Civil Rights Act. Southern Democrats converted to the Republican Party. They did not want blacks to vote. They did not want the Voting Rights Act to pass. They did not want schools to integrate. And although Brown versus the Board of Education was passed in the 1950s, whites refused to participate until 1970. These alternative media outlets have been strategically targeted against blacks gaining access to rights, but in doing so, have caused whites to vote against their own self-interest. Will Westmoreland acknowledges that he and his family survived by accepting SNAP, which is a food program, and welfare. His mother worked, but it wasn't enough to keep the family fed. She was going to school as well. The grocery store owner would look down on her and say, "Get a job," whenever she took out her food stamps to pay for groceries. She was trying to make a better life for her family, but she needed the help of government programs, like so many. The divisions sown in the beliefs of our country are the lies of white superiority. It claims to always be good and honorable and denies any wrongdoing or injustice. They misrepresent the facts to their constituents so that they do not know that 83 of all welfare recipients are white. They have been conditioned to see people who are different from them as an enemy, even though they have the same needs. Right now, programs essential to farmers are being cut. It's causing extreme anxiety and fear. People are protesting and resisting. Some supporters are realizing they are being negatively impacted. They want to know why. How did this happen? It's a good thing that people like Will Westmoreland reach out to explain and share the information. Judging them, as I said, is not helpful. Sharing with them is. We can offer some understanding. We can build a bridge towards each other. And in crossing that bridge, our love can conquer fear. So now I want to dispel the misinformation that we have been receiving around DEI. I want to clarify the meaning of DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. The goal of these terms is to ensure that our country represents all the people who are here, no matter what their race, national origin, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity, no matter their religion or political views or their economic status, no matter what. It does not seek to elevate one group over another, but it does look to provide those groups who have been placed at the margins opportunities that discrimination has prevented. It does not ensure certain groups have preferential treatment, but rather that no group has preferential treatment. It is a framework and not a quota system. The terms diversity, equity, and inclusion have been maligned, demonized, and falsely framed as unjust to take us backwards to a time when only rich white men oversaw the country, and I mean rich. The largest recipients of diversity, equity, inclusion have been white women, followed by veterans, followed by LGBTQIA+, and those with challenges, mental challenges, physical challenges, emotional challenges. Black and brown and Asian people have benefited lastly. We have gotten better at recognizing the skills and talents of people who do not look like us. But the efforts to roll back DEI shows we still do not fully value the benefits and contributions of a full society. So let us examine some of the things that diversity, equity, and inclusion provide to the American people. If you have ever needed to leave work to care for a parent or a child, then you have received the benefits of diversity, equity, and inclusion. If you have used a handicap parking space, handicap accessible bathrooms, or entry doors, you have received diversity, equity, and inclusion. You are included. If you have used help at the airport with the wheelchair or used a ramp or a sidewalk cutouts, you have received DEI. If you have used subtitles, captions on your telephone, on your TV, or your phone, you have received the benefits of DEI because it allows you to be included. If you have used a family restroom or the changing table in the men's restroom, you have benefited from DEI. If you have received pay equity and transparency, you have benefited from DEI. If you received breastfeeding pump stations or wish you had when you were younger, you would have received DEI accommodations. If you have not had to accept workplace harassment, you have benefited from DEI. If you have flexible work arrangements, you have benefited from DEI. If you needed size-inclusive beds and chairs in medical facilities or belt extenders on airplanes, you have benefited from DEI. If you are living in the White House, you are living in a house built by enslaved people and are therefore a recipient of DEI. Just saying. If you are living in Washington, D.C., a city designed by Benjamin Banneker, a Black man, you are then the recipient of DEI. Let us fight for accommodations everyone can appreciate and participate in. Let all of us be heard. We all have needs, and they are varied and they are unique. We are diverse in who we are, but we are all human. We are beautifully made and deserving of essential respect and to be accommodated. I think my father would appreciate the gains made by diversity, equity, and inclusion. They sound like what he was fighting for all his life. When we can let go of fear of others and treat them the way we want to be treated, then there is the possibility of love. Ignorance is a dangerous thing. It destroys our humanity and ability to recognize ourselves and others. Let us love, let love conquer fear. Let us inform ourselves so we can do better, that we can be better. Let us live in our values of justice and equity to transform ourselves and our nation. You all want to be seen and heard and uplifted. Our voices matter. Let us come together and hear each other better and see each other with love. Let us love each other enough to conquer our fears so we can truly live in the light. Ashe, Aho, and blessed be. And now we are going to sing song number 95, There Is More Love Somewhere. Please stand if you are able.
There is more love somewhere. There is more love somewhere. You keep on doing. There is more love somewhere. There is more hope somewhere. There is more somewhere. I'm going to find it. There is more love somewhere. There is sorry. I'm gonna be found. There is more love.
We all want to be seen. We all want to be heard. We all want to be uplifted. We all know that our voices matter. Let us continue to work together, to hear each other better and see each other in love. Love will light the way. Love will conquer our fears.
And now for chalice extinguishing. We extinguish the fire from our chalice, but the flame, the light of love and community, continues to shine in our hearts. Carry that light forward with you. Share it with those you meet. Remember, love conquers fear. Walk in grace and peace till we are together again. And do join us for Sweet Tooth.
Last song is This Little Light of Mine, 118. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Beauty of the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Beauty of the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Beauty of the world, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Right after that meeting, we'll be able to go out.
Hey, John. Also, I missed the collection. Thank you so much. And yeah, thanks for patience with everything yesterday. Jay was telling me you.
So who do you know that does floors? Do you have a good company?
No, I don't. That's what we actually, for somebody to do this. Do you have anybody?
No, I don't. No, I'm looking.
30, but
So I thought you said that you, oh, you guys
The guys,
can
they
help the
just put
company.
that floor.
Does the company